It's Friday, June 23rd, 2023. Welcome to Summer and episode 58 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Peeler. In this edition of the Postcast, the City Council approves a budget for the next 2 fiscal years. A new study examines the root causes of homelessness in California. 2 Alameda organizations are actively addressing food insecurity. Alameda police involved in breaking up a major catalytic converter theft ring. A surefire way to avoid catalytic converter theft is on display at Alameda Point this weekend. Brian Wu continues his journey in the major leagues, and a slight change to this year's July 4th parade route. These stories and more on this edition of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story: on Tuesday, City Council approved a budget for fiscal years 2023 through 24 and 2024 through 25, totaling nearly $688 million over the 2 years. The budget invests in council-identified priorities, including housing all Alamedans, enhancing community safety, climate change resilience, investing in transportation and infrastructure, and practicing fiscally responsible and inclusive governance. The city is in a financially strong position due to a significant residual fund balance and stable property tax revenues. The city's operating revenues fully cover operating expenses. However, the budget substantially uses the residual fund balance to cover capital improvements and one-time requests. On the list of capital improvements, resurfacing and repair of local streets and roads, incorporating new signage and traffic striping, removing trip hazards and replacing sidewalks damaged by city-owned trees, replacing obsolete traffic signal equipment and improving safety for bicycles, pedestrians, and cars at key intersections and corridors, replacing sewer lines, lower laterals, and pump stations, stormwater management, and some park improvements, including replacing the playground at McKinley Park, designing and constructing the City Aquatic Center, designing and planning DePave Park, and some other projects. Also on the list, constructing the Clement Avenue, Central Avenue, and Clement Tilden safety improvement projects, seawall design and other improvements at Veterans Court, and improvement behind the Webster Posey tubes. Also in the budget, improved business signage for Alameda Point, which was placed in the 2024-25 budget. The council vote was 4-1 in favor of the budget, with Trish Herrera Spencer objecting, primarily over not including the Alameda Point signage in the 2023-24 budget. The council will publish final budget documents in August. For a full look at the budget process, see Karen Jensen's article at alamedapost.com/news. The UC San Francisco Benioff Homelessness and Housing Initiative has just published what is being called the most representative homelessness survey conducted in the United States since the mid-1990s. The findings dispel a few of the myths that surround the unhoused here in California. The UCSF team surveyed 3,198 unhoused adults throughout California between October of 21 and November of 22 and conducted in-depth interviews with 365 participants. One of the study's more significant findings runs counter to the narrative that has gained a lot of traction over the years, the idea that California attracts homeless people from out of state. Instead, 90% of those surveyed reported that their previous housing was in California, with 75% still living in the same county where they lost their housing. The survey uncovered another factor that seems to be rarely discussed, namely incarceration. Of those surveyed, 79% had been incarcerated at some point in their lives, with 43% reporting that they were either incarcerated or on parole or probation within the past 6 months. Additionally, only 17% of those leaving jail and 14% of those leaving prison received any help finding housing. 30% had been jailed during their current episode of homelessness. Obviously, economics plays a large role in the homeless situation. The median household monthly income of survey participants was $960, with 70% saying an additional $300 to $500 monthly would have prevented their homelessness. There are other factors to explore, such as mental health, medical help, addiction, and the overall lack of affordable housing. For an in-depth look at the report and its findings, visit alamedapost.com/news. An issue closely related to homelessness is food insecurity. There are 2 efforts currently underway doing their part to address this. Dine and Connect provides a free hot meal on Monday evenings to anyone in need. Alameda Food Bank and Alameda All Faiths Coalition began the program in 2018, which rotates between area churches. Starting with the first Monday of the month, meals are served from 4 p.m. until 5 at Twin Towers United Methodist, then subsequent Mondays at Trinity Lutheran, First Congregational, and Emmanuel Lutheran. The Alameda County Mobile Health Van is available at Emmanuel Lutheran Church on the last Monday of each month. Alameda Unified School District's Summer Meals programs offers free nutritious breakfasts and lunches to all kids and teens throughout the summer. The program is available to all those 18 years of age and younger, no enrollment registration or identification required, but the meals must be eaten on site. Alameda Boys and Girls Club, Alameda Point Collaborative, Academy of Alameda, and Ruby Bridges Elementary School all provide breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday. Breakfast is offered from 8 to 9 at the Academy of Alameda and Ruby Bridges, 8:30 to 9:30 at Alameda Boys and Girls Clubs, and 9 to 10 at Alameda Point. Lunch is noon until 1 at all locations. Additionally, lunch is offered Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at the Shinsei Garden Apartments. For full details, including addresses of the participating sites for both Dine and Connect and AUSD's summer meal programs, see alamedapost.com/news. Finally, some good news on the catalytic converter theft front. On June 9th, the Alameda Police Department assisted Alameda County Regional Auto Theft Task Force in busting a ring of converter thieves at 2 locations in Oakland. The announcement was made by the task force last week. Police found 240 stolen catalytic converters, a stolen vehicle, stolen property, 3 firearms, 2 of which were stolen, and approximately $260,000 in cash. 6 Oakland residents were arrested on multiple charges of possession of stolen property, criminal conspiracy, and tampering with a vehicle without the owner's consent. For pictures and full details on the operation, see alamedapost.com/news. Of course, if you're worried about catalytic converter theft, there is one surefire way to avoid it. Get a vehicle that doesn't have one, namely an electric vehicle. You've got a perfect opportunity to explore all the EV world has to offer this weekend as the Electrify Expo comes to Alameda Point. Tesla, BMW, Lexus, Volvo, Ford, Polestar, VW, and others. The expo is not limited to cars, though. If it's got wheels and runs on electricity, you'll find it and be able to test it out at the expo. Tickets are $20. Family 4-packs are $60, but you can get 25% off with a code you can find at alamedapost.com/features. Alameda High grad Brian Wu put up some impressive numbers for the Seattle Mariners last Friday night in his first home start in front of a national audience on Apple TV+. Brian pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits and striking out 9 as the Mariners defeated the White Sox 3-2. Brian retired the first 9 batters he faced and did not allow a walk. Since Brian was lifted with the Mariners trailing 2-1, the win went to reliever Matt Brash, but quite a nice stat line from Brian. He pitched Thursday in the Bronx against the Yankees. Look for those results on the Post's Facebook page. On Saturday the 17th, the Alameda Yankees won the Little League Tournament of Champions, not only by going 4-0 in the tourney, but winning all 4 by shutout with a combined score of 60-0. Congratulations to the Yankees on an amazing run and a well-earned championship. The Alameda Wolves basketball team continued their winning ways, defeating the San Francisco Riptide 70-54 last weekend. The Wolves are 3-0 on the season. Will face off against the undefeated Bay Area Phoenix at the College of Alameda Saturday at 4:30. The repaving of Encinal Avenue well underway. In addition to parking and traffic, the project had forced another change, the July 4th parade route. Typically, the parade heads up Grand Street from Otis and turns left onto Encinal. This year, the route crosses over Encinal, continues up Grand, and will turn left on Central. The Post Walking History Tours continue this Sunday. Dennis Evanosky explores Taylor Avenue and Alameda's West End and will teach you how to read a neighborhood, identify the various building styles contained there. To reserve your tickets and see what's in store on the upcoming tours, visit alamedapost.com/tours. alamedapost.com/events, your source for things happening all over the island. Altarena Playhouse, the final weekend of A Soldier's Play. The Pulitzer Prize winner has been getting wonderful reviews. The last show is Sunday. It's the 4th Saturday of the month this weekend, so that means you can tour the Myers House and Gardens on Alameda Avenue between 1 and 4 p.m. The last tour on Saturday starts at 3. The Evil Gardens Strange Summer Curiosity Bazaar, presented by Magpie and Thorn, is Sunday from 11 to 5 at 2305 Santa Clara. Again, details on these and other events at alamedapost.com/events. Thank you for supporting local news for Alameda. You can join us as a member. All the details are at alamedapost.com/memberships. We've got some really cool thank you gifts there as well. Remember, you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Mastodon, as well as our very own subreddit. Find the Postcast wherever you get your podcast, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. By the way, with all the repaving going on, now is a really good time to show your love for your favorite businesses on Encinal. Make it a point to stop in and support them during this disruptive time. It can be a little tough when all the parking in front of your store goes away. I'm Scott Peeler. I'll be back next Friday with episode 59 of the Alameda Postcast.